Bill Gates' digital IDS will be mandatory to participate in society. Y'all know I talked a little bit about this before a few days ago. I think it was sometime last week. I talked about this. We know that they're going to be meeting today, or they met already, should have met already today, November 8th, 2023, to discuss the digital IDs that they're trying to push on. They're trying to push on everyone. And we know that the majority of the people don't want this. And the elites, the globalists, the New World Order is pushing this to control you and then turn off your money system if you say the wrong things. We know why they really pushing this. And we're going to talk a little bit about this. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. Has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news here. Again, on November 8th, 2023, a virtual launch event occurred for what was termed the 50 in 5 initiative. Again, so we're going to break this down and talk about what this initiative is really about. So let's get right into this. The United Nations, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and partners of the Rockefeller Foundation have initiated a campaign to expedite the deployment of digital identification, digital payments, and data sharing systems in 50 nations, all falling under the umbrella of Digital Public Infrastructure, or DPI, by 2023. This is crazy stuff that they're trying to push on us. The United Nations developed the program. United Nations Development Program, has unveiled plans to introduce digital IDs globally by 2030, and they will be obligatory for individuals who want to engage in society, as asserted by Reclaim the Net, a proponent of free speech and online individual freedom. You know, I talked about them before. The drive for digital public infrastructure, or DPI, encompassing digital IDs, vaccine passports, and central bank digital currencies, or CBDC, is being advocated by the Globalist World Economic Forum, and predictably has the support of Bill Gates, the UN, and the European Union. According to Tim Hinckliffe, the editor of the Sociable proponents assert that DPI is essential for participation in markets and society, akin to what we've witnessed with vaccine passports, but on a broader scale. And if successful, DPI will provide governments and corporations the authority to institute systems of social credit that can dictate travel, consumption, and transactions with programmable money, reminiscent of individual carbon footprint tracking, ultra low emission zones, or ULEZs, and CBDCs designed to limit certain purchases, and promoted by proponents of the Great Reset. So basically what this is bringing the China way to the United States. Or bringing the China way, I should say, not just to the United States, but to the whole globe. Like that's why they have their social credit scores, and everyone in China has a number. And if you say the wrong thing, you could be cut off from society, where you can't make normal purchases or even have insurance or normal stuff that you need to survive. You won't be able to participate in under this thing that they're pushing. And this is global socialism. This is worldwide, the China way, and this is what the globalists are looking to push. It's wild stuff. But the the 50 in 5 campaign defines itself as a country-led advocacy drive that aims to assist 50 countries in developing, launching, and expanding elements of their digital public infrastructure by 2028. These 50 nations are designated as global test beds, with the initial focus on sub-Saharan Africa and India. However, the objective is to introduce digital IDs globally by 2030, encompassing all citizens of UN member states. Again, look at the countries that they're initiating this in. Africa and India. And again, they don't have no say in this whatsoever because they are getting the global money. They're getting money from all of this stuff. This is why these so-called philanthropists go into places like Africa and India and say, hey, we got these free vaccines, we're giving away this free money to get them to buy in to what they're selling. And the majority, because they know the majority of the people won't buy into what they're selling. So they buy the politicians there, they buy the officials there to get them to push their agenda and put a smile on it. I mean, look how evil Bill Gates looks, and he pretending like he really care. You think Bill Gates really care about poor people in India? You think he really care about people being sick in Africa? He could care less. He are using them as guinea pigs. He's using them to push his agenda. But the 50 and 50 campaign is unsurprisingly a collaboration between the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, the United Nations Development Program, the Digital Public Goods Alliance, and Code Develop. Code Develop was established by the Rockefeller Foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Nelakini Philanthropies, and the Omadyar Network. I know I killed that name. But the Digital Public Goods Alliance includes both the Gates and Rockefeller Foundation in its roadmap, highlighting activities that advance digital public goods along with other organizations and several governments. Now, DPIs are being marketed as a means for financial inclusion, convenience, improved healthcare, and environmental progress, but they essentially constitute a comprehensive term for an impending technocratic governance system driven by three core components. Again, digital ID, digital payments such as central bank digital currencies, and extensive data sharing. The World Economic Forum published a series of articles in September advocating for DPI enforcement, emphasizing the potential benefits for children's rights worldwide and the achievement of United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, or SDGs. The halfway point in 2023 represents an opportunity to assess and recalibrate efforts to realize the rights of every child, they say, with only 7 years left to the 2023 target. However, 2/3 of child-related SDGs are currently off pace to meet their targets, leaving approximately 1.9 billion children in 140 countries behind, according to them. So basically, their propaganda is not really working as much as they want it to. So they have to go in and reassess. That's what this is really about. They have to reassess their propaganda. The WEF attributes this setback to the pandemic and identifies digital public infrastructure as the solution, considering it a key transition needed to expedite SDG action and results for children by 2030. This tactic of protecting children's rights or safety while advancing a technocratic system that could erode the rights of all individuals, including children, has been used by unelected globalist entities. Then that's what they do. That's what they do. They pretend like it's for the children. Like, yeah, let's do it for the children. Let's save the lives of the children. So give them these vaccines, or let's save the lives of the children. So we need to put them all. We need to consolidate all of them and put them all in a system where we can make sure we take care of all of them. And that's not really what's going on here. That is not what's going on at all. Um, and Reclaim the Net suggests that DPI is a buzzword employed by organizations such as the United Nations, the EU, the Gates Foundation, and the World Economic Forum to accelerate the introduction of digital IDs and payments by the 2030 deadline. In essence, DPI is seen as a pretext of um, expediting these developments. And if you're a citizen of a UN member state contributing to the UN efforts and feel uneasy or uninformed about this, it seems they are going to proceed with it regardless of what you feel. Kind of like what's going on in Chicago when people in Chicago are speaking out against what's going on with the illegal immigrants in their town, and they're speaking out against that and telling Mayor Johnson, "Hey, we don't want this," but he could care less. He's indifferent to the people that actually put him in power. That's exactly what the global elites are saying. They're saying we don't care if you don't want this digital ID system, which I call it the beast system. We don't care that you don't want it. We're gonna implement it anyway. So that's what they're doing. I say fight back against it. Let them know that we don't want this and don't participate in the beast system. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.